Hey guys, it's Nicole again. Today I'm going to do the TTC tag. I've seen quite a number of people do this and I thought I'd give it a go. There are a lot of different variations of it around, but this is just the one that I found, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first question is, how long have you been trying to conceive? We have been trying to conceive now for 14 months. How many kids do you have / want? At the moment, we don't have any. I personally would want 3 or 4. Ryan, on the other hand, wants 2. So we'll probably just start with 1 and see how we go. But I'd be happy with 2. But if I could have a few more, would be a bit better. How old are you and your husband? We are both 25. How long have you been married? We've been married for just over a year. What are some crazy things you do while trying to conceive? When I first started trying to conceive, I have to admit I was all over the internet. I was reading everything I could. I was watching everybody's YouTube videos. I bought the oral predictor kits. I bought every herb and supplement that I could find. And I have to admit, I went probably a little bit overboard. Within a few months, though, I decided to just throw that out the window. I didn't need to be peeing on sticks constantly. So at the moment, I'm just trying to be really relaxed about it and try not to think about it too much, to be honest. Does your husband know all about TTC? Pretty much. He knows all the basics without too much detail, but yeah, he's pretty switched onto it. He's good. Have you been diagnosed with any kind of infertility? Yes. So as I said in my previous video, I do have endometriosis, and Ryan also has low sperm count, low motility, and bad morphology of his sperm. What keeps you busy during the 2-week wait? Life, really, to be honest. We both work full time. I go to the gym a couple of times a week. So pretty much just normal everyday things. YouTube, all of that sort of stuff keeps me entertained. It keeps me busy so that I'm not thinking about it too much. What day do you usually ovulate? Good question. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. My cycles are really quite irregular, anywhere from 30 to 37 days. So each cycle I ovulate at different times. Now that I've had my surgery and stuff, I'm probably going to try and monitor that just a little bit closer so that I have some idea. I'm hoping that because I've had the surgeries, my cycles might start to regulate a little bit more as well, because at the moment there's not any real regularity to them at all, which makes predicting when you ovulate a little bit difficult. So fingers crossed that'll start to regulate itself, but I'm not sure, to be honest. What gender are you hoping for? This changes constantly. I've always thought I would want a little boy to start with. I don't know why, I just always liked the idea of having a little boy. But then I see little girls, and a lot of my friends and my sister have little girls, and they're so cute, and that makes me want girls. So pretty much we would just be happy with whatever. Ideally, we would want at least one of each, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. How many pregnancy books do you have? I do have a couple of pregnancy books, probably 2 or 3 that I've had for a number of years. Nothing really, they're not really special books. They're sort of more midwifery type books, talking about natural labour and that sort of stuff. Not really not really like what to expect when you're expecting or anything like that. How many home pregnancy tests do you take in a cycle? When I first started trying to conceive, I probably would take 2 or 3, and now some cycles I don't even take any, or maybe I'll take 1 if the cycle is particularly long. So like I said, because my cycles are so irregular, like 1 month it'll be 30 days and then it'll be 37. So if I get to like 35 days and I'm like, well, I don't know, this is just a long cycle, I might take 1 then, but I really try not to, because then it just gets me upset or disappointed. So I'd rather just wait for AF to arrive instead. What are your stress relievers when trying to conceive? Like I said, just normal everyday things, just trying to keep myself distracted, working full time, gym, hanging out with friends and family, and then just doing things that relax me or that entertain me. What themes or designs do you like for a nursery? I really like elephants. So because we don't want to find out the gender of the baby when we do eventually get pregnant, I like the idea of yellow, pretty gender neutral, and grey with elephants, like little baby elephants. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I can think of. I'm not really big into themes around the one thing like Disney princess or anything like that. I want something that's quite neutral so that you can use the stuff again for the next baby if it's a different gender, that sort of thing, rather than having everything pink and then having a boy next time and having to buy all new stuff or whatnot. I like stuff that's quite neutral. Do you plan to do pregnancy vlogs if you conceive? Yes, I think that would be lots of fun. Who are your favourite YouTubers? Probably my favourite would have to be Daily Bumps. I've been following Missy for quite a while now, actually, and she's probably the reason that I started YouTube. She has such a great story, and it's so great to see now that she's got her little one and to watch Oliver grow up and hopefully them trying to conceive another baby. I just think her family is really cute and really sweet, and they've got a really lovely story. What have you bought for your future baby? Not much, to be honest. I don't really want to go jinxing myself by decking out a nursery before we're even pregnant. A few years ago, only 2 years ago, I went to visit my sister, and she does cloth diapers for her 3 little girls, and we went to a big cloth diaper sale. So I bought a few nappies then, in the hope, that I'd get to use them a lot sooner. But so I've got those in the cupboard. I've just got probably half a dozen of them. I have a couple of onesies and stuff that we were either given or picked up really cheap on sale along the line. But apart from that, we don't really have much stuff, which, yeah, like I said, I didn't want to jinx myself by buying too much stuff just in case. And do you have a birth plan? Not officially. Of course, in my mind, I have an ideal situation of what I would want out of a birth. But yeah, I will cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm focusing on the whole actually getting pregnant first before I start thinking about giving birth. Yeah. So that was all the questions that I had written down. If there's any other tags that you would like me to do, or any other questions about TTCing that I didn't really cover in this tag, leave them down below and I'll try to get back to you. Other than that, I will see you next time. See ya!